Philip Smith sat at his desk, surrounded by the familiar hum of his home office. The room was filled with the soft glow of the afternoon sun, casting gentle shadows on the walls. Suddenly, a familiar tingling sensation washed over his right ear, like a soft whisper carried on a breeze. He smiled. It was happening again. This gentle, almost imperceptible touch was something he had come to recognize and cherish. This feeling, warm and subtle, was his father's way of letting him know he was near, even though Lew Smith had passed away 40 years ago. It was a connection that defied the boundaries of time and space. Philip had learned to trust these moments, these whispers from beyond. They were more than just sensations. They were messages, guiding him through the labyrinth of life. They were his compass, guiding him through life's complexities with advice only his father could give. Each tingling whisper carried with it a piece of wisdom, a fragment of his father's enduring love. Philip wasn't crazy, he knew how it sounded. To others it might seem like a figment of his imagination, a way to cope with loss. His father, a renowned Miami interior designer, a man of exquisite taste and even keener wit, was now a guiding voice from the other side. Lew's legacy was not just in the beautiful spaces he created, but in the wisdom he imparted to his son. But Philip had no doubts. The advice was too specific, too insightful, too Lew to be anything else. It was as if his father was still there, offering guidance with the same precision and care he had in life. This wasn't a haunting, not in the traditional sense. There were no eerie occurrences, no unsettling phenomena. There were no cold spots or flickering lights, no chains rattling or ghostly apparitions. Instead, there was a serene calmness, a peaceful presence that filled the room. It was a connection, pure and simple, a father's love transcending the boundaries of life and death. It was a bond that could not be broken, not by time, not by distance. And Philip cherished every tingling whisper. Each one was a reminder that his father's love was eternal, a guiding light that would never fade. Lew Smith was a force of nature. In the vibrant Miami of the 1950s and 60s, his name was synonymous with style. His interior design firm catered to the city's elite, transforming ordinary spaces into havens of luxury and sophistication. Lew had an innate ability to sense what people desired, to see the potential hidden beneath the surface. This gift, as it turned out, extended far beyond the realm of fabrics and furnishings. The shift began subtly. Lew started experiencing vivid dreams, premonitions of future events that would often come true with unsettling accuracy. At first, he dismissed them as an overactive imagination, but as the dreams intensified, so did their impact on his waking life. Lew couldn't shake the feeling that a profound change was coming, a shift from the material world to something far more profound. The turning point came during a routine design consultation, a moment that would forever alter the course of Lew's life. A client, distraught over her son's persistent illness, broke down in tears, her anguish palpable in the room. Lew, overcome with empathy, placed his hand on hers, feeling an unexplainable connection. A surge of energy coursed through him, and an inexplicable sense of calm washed over the woman, as if a higher power was at work. To their astonishment, her son's health began to improve dramatically, defying all medical expectations. Word spread quickly, and soon people from all walks of life were seeking Lew's help, drawn to his newfound healing abilities, hoping for miracles of their own. Lew's journey into the world of psychic healing had begun, a path he never imagined he would tread. He devoured books on spirituality, meditation, and energy work, immersing himself in the wisdom of ancient traditions and modern practices. He studied with renowned healers, honing his natural abilities, learning to channel the energy that flowed through him. His once skeptical friends and colleagues witnessed his transformation with a mixture of awe and bewilderment, unable to reconcile the man they knew with the healer he had become. The man who once dictated the latest trends in Art Deco furniture was now a conduit for unseen forces, a beacon of hope for those seeking solace and healing. His studio, once filled with the clatter of tools and the scent of varnish, now resonated with the quiet hum of meditative energy, a sanctuary for the weary and the hopeful alike. Lew's transformation inevitably impacted his family in profound ways, altering the very fabric of their daily lives. Philip, a young boy at the time, grew up surrounded by his father's clients, a revolving door of the hopeful and the healed. He saw people from all walks of life come to their home, seeking solace and guidance. He witnessed firsthand the power of his father's abilities, the way a simple touch or a few whispered words could bring peace to troubled souls. It was as if his father had a direct line to the human spirit, capable of mending what was broken. At first it was simply his normal. The constant flow of visitors, the hushed conversations, and the palpable sense of hope that filled their home were just everyday occurrences for young Philip. It wasn't until Philip got older that he realized how different their lives were. He began to understand the uniqueness of his father's gift and the impact it had on their family dynamic. Philip's mother, a woman of unwavering faith, embraced her husband's metamorphosis wholeheartedly. She saw the good he was doing and the lives he was changing, and she stood by him with unwavering support. She became his staunchest supporter, his rock in a world often skeptical of his gifts. Together they formed a partnership that was both personal and spiritual, navigating the challenges and triumphs of their new reality. Their home, once a showcase of mid-century modern design, transformed into a sanctuary of healing, filled with the soothing aromas of incense and the gentle hum of meditation chants. It became a place where people could find peace and rejuvenation. The family's life had taken an extraordinary turn, guided by Lew's extraordinary abilities. They walked a path less traveled, united by a shared purpose and a deep sense of connection to something greater than themselves. Section 5. The Skeptics Speak. Not everyone viewed Lew's abilities with the same open-mindedness. The medical community, steeped in scientific evidence and empirical data, met his claims with skepticism and even disdain. Psychologists offered alternative explanations, attributing his healing successes to the placebo effect or the power of suggestion. Newspapers ran articles with headlines like "Miami designer turned miracle man genius" or "fraud." Lew refused to be drawn into debates. He knew his truth, felt the energy flowing through him, witnessed the positive impact on those he helped. He continued his work, unfazed by the naysayers, driven by a deep-seated desire to alleviate suffering and bring comfort to those in need. His focus remained on the individuals whose lives he touched, not on convincing the world of the validity of his gifts. Philip never doubted his father. He'd seen the transformations, the relief in people's eyes, the genuine gratitude that poured from their hearts. Growing up surrounded by this energy left an indelible mark on him. Even after his father's passing, Philip felt his presence, a comforting warmth that enveloped him during challenging times. The tingling in his ear started a few years after Lew's death. At first, Philip dismissed it as grief, a phantom sensation. But the feeling persisted, growing stronger over time. Then came the whispers, soft at first, barely audible murmurs. Over time they grew clearer, evolving into distinct words, phrases, even full sentences. It was Lew, his voice unmistakable, offering guidance, support, and yes, even the occasional dose of his trademark wit. Now, 40 years after his father's passing, Philip is determined to share Lew's legacy with the world. He spent years compiling his father's journals, notes scribbled on napkins, and detailed accounts of his healing sessions. He's interviewed his father's former clients, gathering testimonials and stories of remarkable recoveries. Philip's goal is to publish a book, a comprehensive guide to Lew's healing techniques. He envisions it as a practical manual, filled with exercises and meditations that anyone can use to tap into their own innate healing abilities. He knows it won't be easy. The skeptics will be out in full force, ready to debunk and dismiss. But Philip is undeterred. He believes the world is ready for a new understanding of healing, one that embraces the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit. He sees his book as a bridge between the seen and the unseen, a way to open people's minds to the possibilities that exist beyond the realm of conventional science. He understands the skepticism. He even welcomes it. He knows that true understanding requires questioning, exploration, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Philip hopes his book will spark a conversation, a dialogue between believers and skeptics, a journey of discovery that transcends the limitations of our current understanding. Philip knows his father is with him, guiding his every step. He feels Lew's presence in the warmth of the sun on his skin, in the gentle breeze that whispers through the trees. He hears his father's laughter in the joyful shouts of children playing, feels his love in every act of kindness, every moment of grace. Lew Smith, the Miami designer who dared to venture beyond the veil, continues to touch lives, to heal, to inspire. His legacy lives on, not just in the exquisite interiors he created, but in the hearts and minds of those fortunate enough to have experienced the extraordinary